Okay, now we're going to do a tiny bit of paid promotion and we're going to boost this post. So we're going to boost the contest. Before you do that though, you want to add a billing method to your ad account. So go up to the blue bar again and click on Create Ads. Go up to the flag and select the page. And then up in the menu here, choose Billing and Payment Methods. Add a payment method and you will automatically see the available options for your country. Now for me here in Ireland, I can use a credit or debit card, or I can use PayPal, or I could use online banking. Now Facebook ad coupon, these are very, very hard to come by nowadays. It used to be that you could get a $50 Facebook ad coupon for to use on a brand new ad account with Facebook by, for example, purchasing a $4.99 product from GoDaddy. So you could spend $5 or $10 on something and get a $50 or even $75 Facebook ad credit for using on brand new accounts. But that's all stopped. Occasionally, Facebook will randomly send coupons to new users. Now, if that happens to you, it could be like a $30 coupon. If that happens to you, you're lucky, but you can't really rely on it. So let's assume that you don't have a coupon. You're just going to enter a billing method here. Now, for many countries, it's post payment. So what that means is they will charge your card. They will take the payment when you get to a certain level. So that could be $20 in spending, it could be $30, it could be $50. They tend to decide what it's going to be. Now, if you ever start using paid ads on a regular basis with Facebook, the payment threshold goes up and up and up. So it'll go up from maybe $20 to $50 to $100 to $200 to $500 to $1,000, so that you can spend more and more before you reach that threshold and the payment is taken from your payment method. There are some places that you actually have to prepay, so in fact the funds have to go from your card. You have to put a certain amount in before you are allowed to start advertising. So you could put $10 in or $20 in, and then that's the amount you're allowed to spend until you put some more in. That's prepay. But for a lot of countries, post-pay is available. Now, I've never used prepay, so I've always used post-pay, so paying after I've actually accrued the bill. Anyhow, you add your payment method here, and then we'll go back to the page, find your contest post, and click on the blue button, Boost Post. Now here we're going to choose our audience. So first of all, we're going to choose the demographics and the location and the age group and gender. This is based on the earlier research we did in Facebook Audience Insights. You certainly don't want to leave it at the default targeting, so click here, Edit. And let's say I'm going to target women between the ages of, let's say, 28 right up to 40. This is just an example, by the way. And for my location, I want to have United States. Now that's just the main demographics. Now you want to start targeting by interest. So how do we do this? We do this by going back to Audience Insights if you need to do so, and looking at the pages that your audience likes. So the pages that have the most affinity to your audience, these will be the pages that are the most relevant to your audience based on what you can see in Audience Insights. So I'm going to just choose parenting or something along those lines here, but you will be being a lot more specific. You will be targeting actual pages that this demo audience, your demo audience, likes. I'm going to go for this parenting magazine. Now that's a couple of million people. To narrow the audience, I could say and must also include one of the following. So I could make this even more targeted by choosing another interest. So in other words, my target here must like parenting magazine and also something else. Let's see, preschool, is there anything to do with that? No, I don't think so. Walt Disney World. Yeah, let's have that, and Parenting Magazine. My audience, my potential reach is now 500,000. Still fairly broad. I could narrow it down even further, but you don't want to make your audience size too small. So I would recommend that you don't go below 200,000 if possible. So it's going to depend on the country you're targeting. You may have to go smaller than that. But I could actually now narrow it down further and add another interest if I wanted to. And this is targeting it, this is getting it more and more laser targeted. So I'm just going to save that there for the audience. Now for the total budget, this is really down to you, but you want to be reaching enough people. So the total budget here is defaulted at 3. I can pick one of these here, or I can, just choose my own. So I'm going to say 20 for my total budget. And that's going to reach at least about 3,000 people. And for the duration, I recommend you do 7 days. And what this does is spaces your budget out over 7 days. Now, I don't recommend you do 14 days with a low budget like €20 or $20 or whatever, because there's not really enough being spent per day. And I don't recommend you really spend any more than that. If it works really well and you get a lot of people entering the contest, then you can always come back at the end of the 7 days and you can rerun it. You can run it again and just set another budget. You could maybe even choose a different targeting if you want to, so slightly different targeting. You've got the same demographics, but under the interest, you could look for some different target interests and run the very same ad to those people. All right, so when you've filled in your budget and chosen 7 days, then just click on Boost. And then what happens is your ad is in review. So Facebook will take a look at your ad to make sure it complies with the terms and conditions. Now, it's probably a good idea to read these terms and conditions down here. Click here and read them, because you do not want to be trying to run any kind of advertising on Facebook that is non-compliant, so that Facebook doesn't allow. There are things Facebook doesn't allow, and that would be things like there are certain supplements, anything they consider to be dubious, so anything that's got anything to do with weight loss or any kind of magical results, they don't allow those kinds of things to run. So, and there are other things as well, but some of those would be very obvious. So it's probably a good idea to review those terms and conditions at this stage, and then go ahead and hit Boost. Wait till your ad has been approved. It can be very fast. It can be as fast as 5 minutes. It can take as long as an hour or 2. All right, so it just depends on how busy they are, really. Once your ad has been approved, you will get a notification up in your bar here, up in the blue bar, that will tell you your ad has been approved and it's running. Okay, so now you have set up a contest, you have created a post on your Facebook page, and you've boosted that post to a specific target audience. Now, in the next lecture, I'm going to talk about an alternative way to do this. So if you don't want to spend even as little as $10 or $20, then I'm going to talk about an alternative way, and we're also going to tidy up a bit and clarify a few things about the contest, just to tie up a few loose ends. So I'll see you in a minute.